It is another rainy night. The pale moon struggles to shine its light past the dark clouds. To some cats, the clap of thunder might cause their fur to bristle, but not my family. We've been living here for many generations and are very used to it at this point. My name is Blue. I was named after the usual blue sky, even though my fur is a bright orange. My sister, Murda, the mostly orange she-cat, is very loud and loves to play, especially when the weather gets like this. I don't mind roughhousing as long as it's not too close to the edge. And this is my brother, Oscar. He doesn't look like any of us. He's a little clumsy on his paws, but that doesn't make him any less skilled than the rest of us. Despite her best attempts to keep well groomed, our mother June is constantly worrying and looking out over the edge. Taking one playful run around the back of the den before walking up to her. Making sure to be extra careful not to slip. I know better when it's wet. She greets me with a warm purr and soft click to my cheek as I continue to look out into the rain. Eventually, the temptation to go snuggle up next to my warm and dry family was too much. Tomorrow would be another day filled with hunting and exploration. New plant life is already sprouting from yesterday's rain. A small, light butterfly lands on my ear. I pad over to wake up my sister, realizing Mom's already up and probably been waiting for us. I look back a few times to make sure Oscar is actually getting up before shaking my fur and watching June leap down below. We carefully balance ourselves along the metal, rusted pipes. This is our home, inside the wall. While the sun is hot, all of the overgrowth provides ample shade, making sure we don't burn our paws as we look for something to eat and as well patrol our territory. We have traveled down this path many, many times, but we always need to make sure to have our ears and eyes on full alert. Oscar finally managed to catch up, and I couldn't help but gently make fun of how slow he was being. Come on, I know you can walk faster than that. And suddenly my family stops. They say that they've seen something and it's best if we are not so loud. Myrta decides to go ahead and make sure nothing is coming, while me and Oscar try to keep up. June soon decides to be a little silly and tussle with my brother. Since there's no sign of any prey, Myrta convinces us to keep going a little further. Oscar was absolutely delighted to be able to go farther than we usually did. He was already up over another wall. Honestly, I felt hesitant, but there was no way I was leaving my family. Myrta even showed me how to mark our territory by clawing at these trees. The moss felt kind of weird and squishy, but it got really addicting. June went first, having the most experience going this far. Oscar tried to convince us to drink the water from down there, but I told him it was icky, and still. Our mother called for us to join her and that there was some fresher water. She was right. The water tasted so cool and refreshing as we lapped it up. Oscar was having some second thoughts about joining us, but I told him, "Don't worry, I've got your back." He still looked nervous, but with another little encouraging meow, he made his way forward and leapt up onto the hard rock. My sister seemed to be a little nervous, even though she had been this way before. Perhaps she knew it only got more treacherous. June looked over the edge before calling for her kittens, who are now adults, to follow her. Oscar leaping in front of me, but I didn't mind. I'm just happy he finally found some courage. Mom, please get down from there. I know you're very skilled, but just be careful. As if to almost laugh in my face, she shows me how easy it is for her to leap from pipe to pipe. I understand and use my momentum to help push me forward, even if my aim isn't the best yet. Everyone is sure to wait for me as I carefully make my way down and join them. The overgrowth was getting more dense. There was no more safe path for us to walk on, but hopefully that meant some food. It was exceptionally hard to hear with all the water flowing. We made sure to be extra cautious. Oscar made us think he found something, but it was only a bug. June explained how this is where she met our father. It seemed a little dangerous. But Oscar, with his newfound courage, leaped on, showing us that there was nothing to fear. Taking in a deep breath, I leap down and hope that the beam will hold my weight. Oscar had picked up the scent of a mouse as he quickly leaped forward. I leaped, just like I had done so many times in my life, but this time was different. The first thud knocks the wind completely out of me as my body tumbles down. Claws hopelessly cling to anything they can grab. I just can't hold on any longer. I hear the desperate and painful meows from my mother. As my eyes slowly open, head pounding. My leg. Why can't I move one of my legs? My heart begins to race. I had never been so alone or scared before. I must have passed out. The next thing I could hear was some rustling around. Was it other cats? I had to find out. I had to get home. Despite how dark it was, I was still able to see fairly clearly. There were some bright lights, but other than that, just garbage. I tried to calm my breathing as I left, but when the door closed behind me, well, I knew I would have to find another way back up, no matter what it took. Dead City. Seeing more of those creatures scuttle about caused me to try to find somewhere up high to flee to. At least there only seemed to be a few of them. Leaping up onto the metal roof, I was immediately greeted by a small creature. It seemed to have a glowing red eye, but not like the spider creatures. It seemed to understand my voice, moving around as I tried to communicate, but quickly realized that I didn't have time to mess with such technologies like this. I had to find my way back to the top. A far-off light illuminates, showing me that a few of the spider creatures have been near something. I get a closer but hesitant look. Hello? Is anyone there? Are you alive? Whatever this creature was seemed to have died a long time ago. Probably not a good sign. My nose started to fill with a toxic scent. Looking over, I noticed there was some green water, definitely not safe to drink from, but there seemed to be a path. I looked around, unsure where to go, but in front of me, one of the signs began to light up, and I couldn't help but feel drawn to it. I use all of the skills my mother taught me, careful not to get a drop on my fur. entrance means that I might not be the only one using this. I make sure to be careful. More lights, more signs, more screens. What does it mean? I recognize these objects as buckets, things we used to use back home to carry supplies or food or water, but why were there so many here and seemingly abandoned? I decide I might as well try to collect some water to drink if I'm gonna be here for any longer. While the buckets fill, I decide to look around, only to be greeted by a very angry machine. From my experience, the only thing that can stop a machine is another one. My fur bristles as the machines clash and cause some sparks, but I'm proud it worked. I set another one there just in case the first one breaks, but it seems I'm free from that area. There's just something about knocking them over and watching them fall that makes me feel a little better. so I won't question it. Huh. I totally did that on purpose. Well, since it's open, I might as well do some exploring. Something soft. Oh, how my paws have missed clawing into the trees. At least there were no spider creatures in here. What was that noise? Wait, water? More buckets. What did they need so many buckets for? Was I even going the right way? Everything looked so familiar and unfamiliar. Spotting only a few of the spider things by themselves, I decide to try to leap on one. I'd never seen one move before. What was going on? It seemed injured, but I don't know what to do. Well, at least it's no longer moving, I suppose. I need to focus. I need to find my way out. I can't get distracted. How did that thing move, though? It must have been alive. And those spider creatures, were they feeding off of him? In my panic, I accidentally knock over a few crates. Now probably everything knows I'm here. To my horror, one turned into hundreds. I did my best to puff up and hiss. That's what Oscar would want me to do. But there was too many. I had to run. Despite my best attempts to flee, they were on top of me, their fangs digging into my skin, causing them to burn as I desperately tried to shake them off. I couldn't think. I only had to run. Just keep going. Just keep going. One wrong step and they would be swarming me. Finally, a den. A big den. One light flickered, then suddenly all of the screens were flickering. What did this have to do with me? This is where this episode ends. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am really excited to share this with you, and I wanted to post this on the first day it was released because I'm just so inspired by this game, and I am already working on the rest and the other parts. So if you like this, please feel free to subscribe, share with a friend, leave a comment. Oh my goodness, what do you think of this game? And until next time, bye guys!